Hey, what's up guys? So pretty recently I did a video in my trunk when I was kind of unboxing a Galaxy S10 5G, and I started to get a lot of comments, people asking me about the trunk of my car because I have like a wood grain in there, and exactly how I did that. So I'm gonna just show you real quick. It'll be a super short video, but this will give me something I can route those questions to. So flip this around here. You have to ignore my setup. Kind of like a mattress holding some stuff together in a dirty garage here, but I don't really care because I'm not a professional. But yeah, so this is the trunk here. You can see it's by no means perfect. When I did it, I didn't really take the time that I could have done, but I am going to end up redoing it because I really wanted to maybe do like a little bit of a darker wood, even though with the gray color of this car, from whatever else you can see, it doesn't really go that bad with it. So what I really need to do is I need to kind of wipe this down because I got some dust here. I keep strollers and, you know, when I go get groceries and so on, you can see some scuffs back here and all that. But in order to do this, all I did was basically trace the trunk liner for the trunk. And then what I did was I went to Lowe's and I bought, you know, the pack of the wood. It was about 20, 25 bucks depending on the wood that you're going with. Purposely did laminate because, you know, it starts to rain or strollers and all that, you start putting stuff in here. You don't want the wood to start swelling on you, so the laminate is perfect because it's waterproof. And so what we're going to do here, you can see kind of here on the corner, there's a little bit of an opening here. This was actually in the liner as well. And so I just cut it with the wood, and I did it with a jigsaw. Jigsaw was fairly easy. Hold on, let me go see if I on here just in case anyone has any questions. Like I said, this garage is filthy, so just ignore it because I'm in the process of cleaning it. Here we go, jigsaw. So jigsaw works really well cutting the wood because it allows you, as you can see, there's an adjustment here to cut on different angles, or you can cut straight lines or whatever the case may be. Just use a new blade. By the way, those lug nuts are holding up pretty good. And what you want to do is, this wood pops together. So each piece in here actually pops in. So I'll pull it up and then I'll put it back down later. You can see there's grooves here. So these grooves actually fit into the opposite side grooves on the wood. So all you're doing here is basically connecting them close. Oh, let me switch hands and do this one. You're just connecting them close. And then when you set it down, it pops in. Now I've removed these quite a bit, so it's not as sturdy as it could be, but and then what you just pop the whole thing in. But one thing to make sure when you're doing this is you're gonna pop the entire sheet of wood together upside down. Just like this. And the reason you want to do that is because when you lay your liner down on top of the wood, you don't want to cut it in reverse like I did the first time. Let's take all this out. The good thing about all this, it just kind of snaps together like a puzzle. I will say, I left this in the trunk to remind me to tell you too, when you put wood in the back of your trunk, when you go get groceries, you have strollers, whatever the case is, stuff is going to slide. And you're going to hear it slide back and forth. So just make sure, you know, you're going to realize if I put this downward, I'm going to have some grip, it's not going to move. But pretty much everything that you put back here in the trunk at that point is going to end up sliding around. So just pop all these pieces off. And I even did a little, it's kind of hard to see because it's in the details, a little Rockford Fosgate decal on the wood. So I go to a car meet or something like that and I popped the trunk. It's kind of cool. So there we go. And all I did here, like I said, I just used this liner. So step one, buy your wood. Home Depot, Lowe's is about $20. Pop it together, real easy to do. Put your liner on top of it, upside down. And the reason I say to cut this upside down you're going to end up, well, what you're going to do is you're going to trace your liner with a Sharpie. So you're really going to be drawing on the opposite side of the wood. You can see just a little bit of green print here. I had like a green Sharpie when I did it. Because with a jigsaw, your better cut is going to be on the opposite side you're cutting. So you're going to want to trace it upside down and cut it upside down. And then you'll put it back together when you flip it back over. So put your liner on the wood after you put it together. Trace it with a Sharpie. Cut it out. I say put the liner back in and then just throw your wood right back on top of it. You don't really need to get under here much, but if you do, you can always just pop it back up. And you don't even have to put it together. Say it's raining outside like it is now. You just need to pop this stuff up. Just leave it up until you get home or until you got time just to pop it back down, because some parts can be a little difficult. I would recommend when you are popping this back in, you know, put a couple pieces together first, just so that you can get them where they need to be. So like in this case, I'm doing this one-handed. This piece will go back here in that corner. And then I will get like the next piece. Should be this one. Pop this in. Just like that. And then you're just going to follow all the way through. For me with this car, so if you drive an Evo or Lancer or whatever maybe, and you may or may not have a Rockford Fosgate, this will really work in any car. But for me, it's easier to put them all the way up to about the middle. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start filling in the right side. And then when these two pieces come together, I'll kind of angle them up, almost like a roof. And then I'll connect them and push it straight down. And then it'll usually just connect the entire piece flush. And then anytime I open up the trunk, I go to get groceries, I'm putting some in there. People are always asking me, hey, you got wood in your trunk? And I got to go explain the whole thing, but it's kind of cool. So that's all I got, guys. I just wanted to share that real quick. So appreciate you guys watching. If you like the video, like it. If you don't, you don't have to. Leave a negative comment. So appreciate you guys watching. Thank you.